Magellan was the first European to discover the Philippines in 1521. They were later colonized by the Spanish crown and named after King Felipe II. Annexed by the United States in 1898, the Philippines eventually became an independent republic in 1946. Today, 60 million people spread over 7,000 islands represent 176 diverse ethnic groups. Of these, the Agtas are the most isolated. The Agtas live in the northeast end of the island of Luzon, in the mountains of the Sierra Madre along the Pacific coast. The team reaches the Macon logging camp. In 1980, Belgian explorer and ethnographer Jean-Pierre Dutilleux lived with one of the Agta groups. He shows the loggers photographs from his previous expedition. The key photo is of an unusual geologic formation Jean-Pierre calls the Eye of the Needle.
We will contact this fellow, your guide.
Ils ont reconnu le chauffeur du camion.
The men recognize the man standing next to a truck in one of the photos. He was on Jean-Pierre's 1980 expedition.
His name is René Bernardo. If I find René, he will remember the Eye of the Needle on the beach where I last made contact with the Agta. Until the early 70s, this entire area was covered in rainforest. The village of Palanan was created in the wake of the loggers. It looks pretty much the same as it did in 1980.
The ethnic groups that originally settled the Philippines represent only 8% of today's population. The Filipinos' population is a mix of Proto-Malays, Indonesians, Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, and Spanish. Jean-Pierre recognizes René Bernardo.
Is this you?
Yeah.
Do you remember me? Have you seen them?
Where are they?
Divinisa. Where is that?
This is one of the few places on our planet where an ancient tribe like the Agtas still live on a beach. This isolated coast provides the Agtas the protection they need to survive. Coral reefs and powerful waves from frequent typhoons make the access by sea almost impossible. As of yet, no roads cross the dense jungles of the Sierra Madre.
It is typhoon season and the Agtas have moved far up in the mountains for protection. It would be very hard to find them up there. But I know they come down to the beach to collect shellfish. The only thing I can do is wait and hope.
This sandstone formation, the Eye of the Needle, is what Jean-Pierre was looking for.
Nothing has changed on this beach since I was last here. But where are my friends? I've been waiting for 3 days now. There is nobody here. Are they still alive? I'm beginning to think the worst. Finally, they were probably watching me from the forest. I don't recognize them. This must be a different group. The Agta are elusive and shy, but they look friendly, yet slightly concerned to meet with us. Shy because they are often mistreated and exploited by the surrounding non-Agta population. The Agta are nomadic hunters and gatherers. They are constantly on the move. In less than an hour, they build a lean-to that will protect them from the wind and rain. The Agta teach their children to hunt at an early age. Little Malong is surprisingly accurate with a bow and arrow. The Agta are some of the best hunters in the tribal world.
There are several theories concerning the origins of the Agta people. Some scholars believe they came over land bridges from the west via Sumatra, Borneo, and Palawan. Others suggest they came from the east via Taiwan before the end of the last ice age 20,000 years ago. Another theory is that the Agta may have come from Australia or New Guinea. Others point to Oceania. The Agtas speak their own Austro-Asian dialect. Their origins remain a mystery to this day.
Poison. King siya. Nay, magnamukam, hey, tiyay, oh, kadua, Ito, tiyay bago.
Jean-Pierre treats Iliao for conjunctivitis. He knows that when tribal people have not been exposed to modern medicine, they respond very fast to any medication.
I am both anxious and nervous as I show them the photos of my Agta friends. If they are still alive, we'll all be happy. If not, will the Agta think I've trapped the spirits of their dead in my pictures?
Is he alive?
Is he still alive?
He is dead.
He's dead?
Yeah. Because we have no medicine. Malaria. Malaria.
It's his grandfather.
His grandfather.
It's his grandfather.
He passed away.
Ito.
What happened to him?
Kanya kami nangyari ko, nakakpaito, bakit ay binadil.
They killed him. Il a été tué.
The news of my friend's death is painful, but I know how difficult and dangerous life is for the Agta. their population has already been reduced by 25% in the last 30 years. Malong and Palang have only a 50-50 chance to reach puberty.
The diseases most often suffered by the Agta are malaria, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. Duthieu knows that logging may even be a greater threat to their survival. The loggers are destroying the Agta's hunting grounds, which depletes their food supply.
Lai, bumalog ka kan, tapalam ka kan. Lai. Lai.
The Agta's diet has changed little over the past 1,000 years. They rely on wild game, fish, shellfish, honey, wild fruits, roots, and other edible plants from the jungle. Today, because of some contact with the outside world, they also plant a little rice, a little corn. Marriages are prearranged by the parents, but this custom is seldom respected. Mirna, the mother of Palang, married the man she loved above all others, Palanan. The Agta practice polygamy, but Palanan loves Mirna. He doesn't want another wife. Mirna and Palanan make decisions together. Women actually are very active in the Agta world, and some even hunt, just like the men. This is an open society. Divorce is accepted without difficulty. The man and woman simply return to their respective families. The Agta tribe doesn't have a chief. Men and women are truly equal. Like other tribal groups, important decisions are made by a council of elders, renowned for their knowledge, skill and wisdom. Their advice is thought, but doesn't have to be followed. For example, Eliao is expected to represent the tribe to the outside world, but Eliao has no real authority over his own people. The Agta are animists. There is no notion of one supreme being, of hell or paradise. For them, the cosmos is divided into two worlds, the world of the living, called Agta, and the world of the dead, called Anito. The world of the dead is filled with many spirits. Both worlds, Agta and Anito, reside in the same physical environment. They are mirror images of one another. According to the Agta, humans as well as some animals and plants have a soul that enters the body at birth. At the moment of death, the soul leaves the body for Anito, the supernatural world, where the eternal spirit continues to exist and is joined by other spirits. The Agta describe their spirits as invisible. On rare occasions when they can be seen, they are whiter than the living, the color of ash. Some spirits are harmful to the living. They bring disease or scare the game away from the hunters. For this reason, when an Agta dies, both the body and the camp are burned quickly. While the flames are still burning, the tribe departs immediately. The flames blind the spirit of the dead, so it won't follow them. They never return to the now sacred ground.
Healers, shaman, page, all medicine men are the living libraries of the tribal world. They share an encyclopedic knowledge of medicinal plants and their therapeutic properties. Jean-Pierre asked Iliao the healer to show him some of his secret plants.
Et il a des plantes à nous montrer aujourd'hui. Eliao, apa maianet manye?
Pandakake
Manye.
ay gamot ti magena.
Ah,
This one is to help a woman's labor.
Gamot ni ulo. Naglaki gugot kabila ya.
And this one is for headaches.
Ay gamot ni magena. Sakat ye
pour la pression sanguine.
For high blood pressure,
ikapal. Gamot ni pagpapatidigi.
stomach pains.
C'est pour les maux d'estomac. Gamut nitian. Il est bien regrettable que dans la plupart des cas.
I'm sad to report that in many cases, this ancestral knowledge is lost before it can be taught to future generations. If Eliao's forest pharmacy of medicinal plants is not enough to cure his patient, Eliao the scientist becomes Eliao the medium. He connects with certain spirits to find out if one of them may be responsible for the disease and the reason for the spirit's anger. Time and technology change everything. In a recent past, Palanan used to make his arrowheads with an animal bone. Now he patiently flattens an old nail with his axe head. Mirna used to wear a bark skirt. She now wears a piece of cloth. The Agtas have a few pots and pans, some hooks and fish lines, but little else has changed. They collect rattan, orchids and medicinal plants, which they trade with outsiders for matches, coffee, tobacco, cloth and alcohol. Like so many in the modern world, these ancient people turn to alcohol when they lose faith in themselves or feel overwhelmed but an encroaching alien civilization in which they find no place. The ancient practice of scarification adds to their sense of self-esteem. Now and then, Carmen reopens Naomi's scars with broken glass to deepen the symbolic marks. Naomi's scars are a respected sign of beauty. They are worn with pride.
On their last day, Dutilleux and his camera crew are invited by Obok and Manok to join them on a hunt.
The Agta share everything. If a hunter is successful and another not, it doesn't matter. Every member of the group will receive his share. If someone is sick, the others will take care of his or her daily chores. All that matters is the survival of the tribe. The old saying, all for one and one for all, is the rule here. The Agta are shy and afraid of the outside world. Instead of arguing or fighting for their rights, they prefer to move further away. They are considered at the bottom level of Philippine society. Some attempts were made to relocate them on small reservations, but it didn't work. They are nomads. They love peace, but they don't like the contact with the outside. They never asked for it. Their only hope is that the Philippine government will create the large protected area it announced in its NIPAS program, so the Agta will be allowed to keep their way of life. If not, they will disappear one group after another until the end comes for all of them, and all that is remembered about them will be a few arrows and old photographs hanging in dusty museums.